Wanted the podcast to be audio only, and my manager was like, think about the Elon Musk moment when Elon Musk is smoking weed.
It's huge.
That is a viral moment.
That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out.
And they're not captured. They're not captured by the ether of Hollywood. They haven't been sucked into the vortex of ideological thinking and just that weirdness of that town.
This thing serves no other purpose than to bring pleasure to this small group of beings.
Looks like Joe Rogan and Katt Williams are stirring up buzz as whispers of Diddy's alleged list rock the entertainment world, leaving some A-listers reportedly heading for the exit.
I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no damage.
From Ellen DeGeneres, who has recently moved to UK with her wife.
Devastated about this win. And according to TMZ, she has moved 2 hours outside of London.
And Oprah Winfrey, who is not spitting a single word on the current Hollywood situation.
I've been more careful than anybody I know. It's a friend of ours, Barry Diller, said Oprah hadn't left home since the Civil War. True that.
And don't forget Leonardo DiCaprio, who allegedly on top on Diddy's list.
Is Leonardo DiCaprio you feel on the tapes?
Yeah. Well, he'll buy that for them to come out though.
Oh yeah.
To Ashton Kutcher. Rogan and Williams are spilling the beans on why certain celebs might be pulling a Houdini and disappearing off the grid.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
So who's running? Why now? And most importantly, what don't they want us to know? Let's find out. So let's get straight to the juicy part. Why are celebs scrambling to flee the country like it's the end of the world? The whispers coming out of Hollywood are almost too wild to believe. But when Joe Rogan and Katt Williams start talking, you know they're onto something.
A lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced.
Diddy's list. Yep, that list, which exposed all the rappers and public figures who allegedly were there when Diddy was doing crimes. Rumors suggest it's a bombshell of information that connects some of Hollywood's biggest names to scandals that make the headlines look tame. We're talking about things that could shatter careers, destroy legacies, and, dare we say, land people in serious trouble.
Other names are going to come out. Sean will talk. That's why Jay-Z is running. That's why Jay-Z is nervous. Jaguar is talking about it. So many other artists at the moment.
Sources are saying that names tied to this list might include A-listers who've built empires on spotless reputations. But the cracks are showing, and with Rogan suggesting that Hollywood's elite are no strangers to dirty dealings, it's no wonder people are allegedly selling off properties and skipping the country before the heat turns up. And let's not forget Katt Williams, who's never been shy about calling out Hollywood's darkest secrets. He's hinted that this isn't just about a list, but a long-standing pattern of power, plays, cover-ups, and silence at the cost of careers and lives. He's not just naming names, he's exposing how the game is played behind closed doors.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
The so-called Diddy list is rumored to be much more than just a blacklist. It's allegedly a detailed ledger documenting those who have attended or witnessed controversial events and could potentially expose them. This list reportedly features not only rappers, but also actors, socialites, and influential media personalities who are said to be paid off regularly to ensure their silence. Among the names rumored to appear are high-profile rappers like Drake and Meek Mill, who are speculated to have attended these events over the years, alongside some unexpected Hollywood elites. Allegedly, these individuals spend staggering amounts of money, sometimes in the millions, to keep their involvement hidden, all while carefully maintaining a pristine public image. It seems like Ellen is also ready to leave Hollywood behind for good. Whether it's politics or past scandals, she's definitely hit the reset button on her life. Ellen DeGeneres might be sipping tea in the English countryside now, but some say her sudden escape from the US has less to do with Trump and more to do with the feds. Yep, you heard that right. Ellen's longtime connection to Diddy has people whispering that she could be one of the FBI's next big celebrity targets. And here's why. It's no secret she's been tight with Diddy from way back. Constant invites to her show, endless chats about their exclusive parties. It's all been out in the open.
Devastated about this win. And according to TMZ, she has moved 2 hours outside of London.
The feds just officially linked Ellen DeGeneres to Diddy's shady business, and word is she might have been working as his fixer. Crazy, right? Ellen and Diddy go way back, and for the longest time, people just assumed they were industry buddies, nothing more. But fans started catching on when Ellen low-key distanced herself as soon as Diddy's legal mess hit the fan. Suddenly, she was acting like she didn't even know the guy. That whole never met him vibe didn't sit right with the feds, so they started digging around, and guess what? They found some serious dirt. Turns out Ellen allegedly helped Diddy cover up some wild stuff.
I've had money before you and after you.
If everything stopped today, can you survive?
Yes.
You're a liar.
Yes. Boss.
Do you have a home?
Looks like the party's officially over for Ellen, though. The feds are now all over her, and from the sound of it, they're coming for her with everything they've got. Ellen DeGeneres might be sipping tea in the English countryside now, but some say her sudden escape from the U.S. has less to do with Trump and more to do with the feds. Yep, you heard that right. Ellen's longtime connection to Diddy has people whispering that she could be one of the FBI's next big celebrity targets. And here's why. It's no secret she's been tight with Diddy from way back. Constant invites to her show, endless chats about their exclusive parties. It's all been out in the open.
Devastated about this win. And according to TMZ, she has moved 2 hours outside of London.
The feds just officially linked Ellen DeGeneres to Diddy's shady business, and word is she might have been working as his fixer. Crazy, right? Ellen and Diddy go way back, and for the longest time, people just assumed they were industry buddies, nothing more. But fans started catching on when Ellen low-key distanced herself as soon as Diddy's legal mess hit the fan. Suddenly, she was acting like she didn't even know the guy. That whole never met him vibe didn't sit right with the feds, so they started digging around. And guess what? They found some serious dirt. Turns out, Ellen allegedly helped Diddy cover up some wild stuff.
No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party.
Everyone's caught up in Diddy's latest drama, and now Ellen's name is getting dragged into the mix too. So let's talk about her connection with Diddy, because it actually goes way back. Diddy's been on Ellen's show a bunch of times, and he's always been the one sending her invites to his events. Remember that one time Ellen straight up asked him about the invite to his birthday party? Diddy swore he sent it, but according to him, she just never showed up. At least that's the story he's sticking to.
Oh, tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seen to show up.
Here's where things get real interesting. Rumors started swirling that Ellen had been going to Diddy's parties, but not the kind you'd see on her talk show. During an interview, Diddy even hinted at a whole different kind of party scene that kicked off after hours. And Ellen, she played it cool, laughing along like it was all just a joke. But, as they say, there's usually a grain of truth in every laugh. And if the rumors are to be believed, Ellen wasn't just a guest at Diddy's events. She was part of the exclusive after-hours crowd. Even in a past interview, when Diddy joked about a secret party happening late at night, Ellen jumped in on the joke way too smoothly.
I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. You know?
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
What really raised eyebrows was this video of the paparazzi grilling Ellen about her friendship with Diddy. And y'all, when we say Ellen was shook, we mean shook. The moment they hit her with those questions, she immediately panicked. It was super weird. Like, why was she so freaked out over just hearing Diddy's name? The way she reacted had people seriously wondering if there's more to their connection than what we've been told. Because let's be real, nobody acts that rattled unless there's something they're trying real hard to hide.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
Fans have been flexing their detective skills, diving deep into the connection between Diddy and Ellen, and trust me, they're digging up some seriously juicy details. It turns out these two might have more in common than you'd think. While Ellen hasn't faced the same legal troubles as Diddy, she's definitely not without her own controversies. Remember when she was dubbed the meanest woman in Hollywood? Yeah, there's a backstory here. Ellen's list of controversies is longer than a CVS receipt. Over the years, she's been accused of everything from mistreating her staff to rumors of controlling behavior towards Portia. It's been pretty messy, to say the least. When those rumors about Ellen's not-so-sunny demeanor behind the scenes started popping up, she got hit with a harsh reality check. Former staffers came forward, exposing a side of Ellen that didn't quite match the friendly, upbeat persona she projected on TV.
Phony, liar, hypocrite. That's my reaction. She's known about this for 17 years. She's created this culture. I was there from day one.
But aside from the allegations of Ellen's mean-spirited behavior, there are reports linking her to some seriously shady activities, like the mysterious death of her ex-girlfriend. Yeah, things just got insanely messy. For those who might not know, Anne was an actress who dated Ellen back in the late 90s, making them one of the world's first gay super couples. At that time, not many people in Hollywood were open about their sexuality, so Ellen and Anne were pretty groundbreaking. But what's lurking behind the scenes? That's where things get messy. Lately, word has been spreading about Diddy digging up serious dirt on his celebrity party pals, allegedly to keep them quiet and cover his tracks in court. And guess who's been tied to those star-studded bashes from day one? Yup, Ellen. With the heat turning up around Diddy's legal troubles, some think Ellen's decision to sell her Montecito mansion and skip town might not be as random as it seems. Could she be running from something bigger than just a political shift? One person wrote, "It feels like lots of these people who preach so much about kindness, mental health, love, gratitude are just the worst and use it as a mask for their sinister character." If the rumors hold any truth, the feds could be keeping a close eye on Ellen, intrigued by what she might know about the A-list secrets Diddy's been amassing. One thing's certain, this story goes far deeper than a simple move to the Cotswolds. Ellen DeGeneres leaving the country was shocking enough, but when Oprah joined her, the internet couldn't help but connect the dots. Both of these legendary TV hosts have been tied to Diddy for years, hosting him on their shows, gushing about his success, and attending his infamous parties. Now, with bombshell allegations surrounding Diddy making headlines, people are raising their eyebrows at Oprah's sudden escape. Could it be just a coincidence? Sure. But when you factor in their past connections, not just to Diddy, but also to controversial figures like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, this starts to feel like a scene from a Hollywood thriller. Rumors are swirling that she might have even helped these predators connect with their victims. If there's any truth to these claims, it could blow the lid off Hollywood and expose a deep web of corruption and exploitation that's been kept under wraps for years.
Rogan has blown the whistle on the entertainment industry elite to reveal that Hollywood studio executives are bloodthirsty Satanists.
You might remember her lavish $40 million donation to the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, which comes with some pretty luxurious amenities, including a yoga studio and beauty salon.
You now seize the opportunity, and that's why this is such a victory. Tomorrow, you will hear me doing the dance because it's a victory.
In a shocking turn of events, rumors started circulating that just months after the school's grand opening, the dorm matron was arrested on charges of SA several 7th and 8th graders. Oprah reportedly distanced herself from the situation, with whispers of her blaming the school administration for a cover-up while vowing to seek justice. These revelations have shown a harsh light on the darker sides of philanthropic efforts and sparked concerns about how the industry addresses such serious issues. She was quoted saying, "I wanted to hire an independent team because my experience with child predators is that no one ever as just one child." The accused, Tiny Virginia Makopo, was ultimately cleared of all 14 charges after a magistrate determined that the case was unproven and that the students' testimonies lacked corroboration. Makopo insists she is innocent and claims she was wrongfully caught up in a conspiracy. This incident has raised serious questions about the reliability of the allegations and highlighted the urgent need for a fair and thorough investigation. According to her, "I do not know what steps I'm going to take right now, but life for me for the past 3 years was nothing but hell," she told the Times of South Africa today. "I have been struggling. This case has left me humiliated, broke, and unemployed." The 9 alleged victims were aged between 13 and 15 when they made their claims against Makopo, who was also accused of A-ing one of the teenagers as well as a fellow supervisor. Winfrey had called the allegations crushing, especially because of her own stated history, FCSA and promised an overhaul of the school. She made her unhappiness with the verdict clear. Oprah's past connections are stirring up some major drama, with critics pointing fingers at her ties to controversial figures like Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and others. Things really heated up after a 2021 clip of her 2003 interview with Dolly Parton resurfaced, showing Oprah pressing Dolly about her plastic surgery. The clip sparked backlash, with actress Rose McGowan, a #MeToo pioneer, slamming Oprah in a now-deleted tweet. Despite her denial, the mystery continues when Oprah was linked to John of God, a Brazilian self-proclaimed medium who'd been previously convicted of a felony. John was exposed after running a spiritual healing center in Brazil for years and was eventually found guilty of A-ing multiple women, receiving a 63-year sentence for his crimes. When John appeared on the Oprah Winfrey show, Oprah later traveled to Brazil to meet him before his arrest, claiming to have had a profound experience during their conversation. This connection has only added to the intrigue and scrutiny surrounding her relationships.
Interview I wasn't sure would ever happen. One of the most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera.
There have been rumors swirling for a while about Oprah not being so supportive of some up-and-coming actresses, suggesting that she's been messing with their heads or manipulating them in some way. This hasn't sat well with netizens, who have voiced their discontent and called out her behavior. It seems that as more conversations unfold online, people are starting to question her influence and the impact she has on aspiring talent in the industry. Next on the radar for Joe Rogan and Elon Musk is none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. According to sources, Leo has fled to Italy, sparking speculation about a connection to the Diddy scandal. The timing couldn't be more suspicious. Just as Diddy's world starts to crumble, Leo is conveniently jetting off with his latest girlfriend. The internet is buzzing after new clips from one of Diddy's legendary white parties resurfaced, featuring big names like Jennifer Lopez, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Kim Kardashian. With Diddy now facing serious accusations, including human trafficking, these old party videos are stirring up fresh speculation about what really went down at these celeb-packed events.
Like that.
For years, stories have floated around about Diddy's epic parties, but this footage adds a whole new level of controversy. With stars like J. Lo and DiCaprio making appearances, people are now wondering how involved they were and whether they had any clue about what might have happened behind closed doors. The timing couldn't be worse for Diddy, as these old photos resurface while he's dealing with serious accusations. Some of the claims describe these parties as events where big-name guests allegedly engaged in wild and illegal activities. The footage has only fueled public curiosity, with celebs like Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, and Ashton Kutcher already distancing themselves from Diddy, sources close to them saying they haven't spoken to him in years.
Is Leonardo DiCaprio, you feel, on the tapes?
Yeah. But he'll buy that before it ever come out, though.
Oh, yeah.
Now, a former celebrity bodyguard has confirmed that DiCaprio is part of Diddy's tapes. Big homie CC, an ex-bodyguard, appeared for an interview with Real Life Productions on YouTube and discussed the controversial tapes found at Diddy's place. During the 12-minute interaction, homie claimed to have seen stills of those tapes in which he saw several celebrities at Diddy's parties. When asked if he saw DiCaprio there, he said, "Yeah, but he'll buy that S before it ever comes out." He continued, "Because they pass. And that's the thing, like, you know, they pass certain laws, like that revenge point law. That ain't about no OnlyFans models, man. That's for situations like these, bro." The interview came after the 49-year-old actor had been repeatedly seen in the photos circulating from Diddy's parties dubbed freak-offs, especially from back in the early 2000s. The interviewer further asked, "There's been a lot of allegations. They're saying that different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female. Do you know that to be true?" Homie CC replied, "Oh yeah, for sure. So I've seen some stills tapes being shot. But since we are living in the world of AI, the interviewer asked if it would be possible to create a fake presence of DiCaprio," the bodyguard opined. "It's kind of hard to fake CCTV footage simply because it's time-stamped and the pixels in that camera," noting that one has to take that into consideration. Diddy's white parties are at the center of his SXTing scandal, which the prosecutors have claimed was the playground of the rich. The disgraced music mogul opened doors to industry giants and even politicians. But reportedly, the real party began later in the night, which allegedly included PS, DS, and immoral SL acts that Diddy sometimes documented, per the New York Times.
I've seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
But Diddy, who's awaiting his trial, has maintained his innocence despite mounting lawsuits, some of which are from minors. A statement by his representatives read, "It's disappointing to see the media and social commentators twist these cultural moments into something they were not," adding that shaming celebrities who attended Diddy's parties and taking video clips and photos out of context is an attempt to tarnish their image and is simply untrue. Meanwhile, a source close to DiCaprio told Daily Mail that the actor has not been in contact with Diddy and never attended the freak-offs. He attended a few of his parties back in the early 2000s, but literally everyone did. They were not freak-offs, but big house parties. And reportedly, Leonardo DiCaprio has distanced himself from Diddy after a picture of him at one of the music mogul's notorious white parties emerged. Combs once declared the Titanic star as the #1 person on his white party invitation list. However, a source close to the A-lister says Leo has not been in contact with Combs for years, saying he never attended freak-offs and has nothing to do with the case. The pair were pictured together in public was at the Democratic National Convention on July 29, 2004. The Great Gatsby actor was also seen dancing beside Combs at his 50th birthday in 2019. Leonardo DiCaprio has absolutely nothing to do with any of this, the source said. He attended a few of his parties back in the early 2000s, but literally everyone did. They were not freak-offs. They were big house parties. Leo was at the start of his career at the time and has moved way past his partying. He has nothing to do with any of that world, so for anyone to assume that he will get roped into this based on a few grainy photos that are more than 20 years old is ridiculous. Leo is focused on his career and his relationship and is not at all thinking about Diddy's federal case, which he has nothing to do with. One photo from the 2000 white party shows a young Leo clad in a white t-shirt and shorts beside Combs, who is holding a bottle of champagne. In resurfaced footage from Combs' 73 Questions appearance with Vogue in 2018, the rapper was asked the #1 person on his white party invitation list. Without hesitation, Combs turned to face the reporter and said, "Leonardo DiCaprio," before handing the interviewer a drink.
Probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Word on the celebrity circuit is that Ashton Kutcher was no stranger to Diddy's infamous parties. These weren't your typical A-list gatherings. They were legendary soirees known for their outrageous themes, luxury, and non-stop action. Kutcher, who has always had a reputation for being the life of the party, has even dished about some of these wild nights. In various interviews, Ashton hinted at just how over-the-top things could get, adding that there was always a surprise waiting around the corner. Whether it was an impromptu performance by a pop star or a jaw-dropping guest list, Diddy's parties had a way of making headlines, and Ashton was right there, rubbing elbows with the who's who of Hollywood. But don't get it twisted. While Kutcher's involvement adds a bit of extra sparkle to the story, there's no suggestion that he was part of any of the more serious allegations that have recently come to light. For him, it was just part of being in the in crowd and enjoying the kind of events that everyone in Tinseltown talks about long after the night ends.
And he came over and I was like, I'm going for a run. He was like, oh, I'll go for a run with you.
Since then, their friendship has been strong. However, recent events have thrust Kutcher into the spotlight alongside Combs due to some past remarks resurfacing. During an interview on Hot Ones, Kutcher was questioned about his friendship with Combs and the infamous parties he was known for throwing. While Kutcher's response was initially overlooked, it's now being revisited in light of the mounting accusations against Combs. Ashton notably sidestepped the question, implying there were aspects he couldn't openly discuss. He cryptically hinted at this by stating, "I've got a lot I can't tell," before pausing to consider, "I can't tell that one either." Back then, it seemed like harmless fun, just two friends sharing a laugh. But now, with federal agents raiding Diddy's residence in connection to a human trafficking probe, people are scrutinizing Ashton's previous comments. They're questioning whether he might have known more about those parties than he revealed. Did he overlook something shady happening? This isn't the first time Ashton has faced public scrutiny, but here's where it gets even messier. Why now? What's triggering this exodus? Some are pointing to rising legal battles, while others suggest it's the fear of public opinion in an age where secrets can't stay buried for long. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.